Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Evening, evening. I hope you are all well today. It's Friday, and we've got football again soon. And I just wanted to welcome my guest, who I've done so many shows with, but never had him on my show. How you doing? How you doing, Kwasi?
Big up, man. Thank you for having me on your show. I finally made it.
Brilliant, mate. We've got loads to talk about as well. There's so much that's happened in the last 24 hours, and we've obviously got the preview as well, which is going to be good to chop up. So first of all, I definitely wanted to share this screen and get your view on it.
Mm.
Is this your
Fucking hell,
source?
for superstars.
Was that your source? What is your source, Fabrizio
Well,
Romano?
I I told him not to report it. I told him not to report it. I told him not to report it because then it
Oh.
will come back at me. Unbelievable, Fabrizio. He's fired. Big up to Colin.
So yeah, so Liverpool are increasingly interested in the potential move for Bayern Munich's Jamal Musiala. It's
I
official. Like,
mean, K-Mac, I've been saying it. People don't believe me. I'll keep quiet. You go ahead. I'm just going to keep quiet.
no,
You
no,
know.
the floor is yours on this one, mate. The floor is yours.
Th- So let's be honest. Liverpool knows that one of the big three is going to leave. Let's be honest. One of them, even if all of them stays, we still have to build for the future, right? We can't wait till they leave, then you start rebuilding. We already told you what we're going to do with the goalkeeper. And from what we're hearing, it's not even Allison, it's Kelleher, right? So, I mean, this is what Liverpool is up with now. People cannot be whining and complaining. We need to buy players. We need to buy players. Bro, we are at a different level now. The players that we have to buy has to be in the top tier. It's as simple as that.
100%.
Whether it's true or not, that's where Liverpool is right now. We're not at the bottom. We can't just keep talking about buy players, acting like Arsenal fans.
No more
Arsenal
projects.
fans,
No more
no more
projects.
projects. Exactly.
No.
Even the academy kids knows that. They also we getting high profile academy kids. I'm not even talking about Rio. The kid that we got from Wolves, he's no joke either.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, they're really upset we got him. really upset.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually got a piece that talks about Michael Edwards and academy players, like stealing
Yeah.
academy players.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's interesting. So I'll read out the rest of this. So while Bayern Munich have expressed their desire to secure Musiala on a new long-term deal, reports that Liverpool have been placed on high alert for the 21-year-old. Romano's talked about it today.
Mm-hmm.
Can Liverpool lure Musiala to Merseyside? It's an interesting one. He came from Chelsea's academy, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
A long, long time ago. So Liverpool and Man City in particular could try to persuade him. His current asking price is around 150 million quid. Would be sufficient hurdle for any club hoping to secure his services. I think we could get him a lot cheaper next year because he'll be down to
Yeah.
1 year on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
The interesting thing with Bayern is they've got about 4 players that could all leave on frees next year as well. Like that's crazy the way they've let that slide, especially with who's their left back?
Alaba, no Alaba, Davis.
Well, they let him go on a free as well.
Davis is going on free. Alaba went on a
Yeah,
free.
so yeah, David could go on a free. Goinkrenz, who's the midfielder, he's going to go on a free. He's only got a year left as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting one with Bayern. I mean,
You see,
Bayern haven't even got a backup goalkeeper, really, have they?
nope. Because what's his name is retired now. So he's going to be focusing on the club
Crazy.
career, which is maybe 2 years left at a high
Yeah.
level. The thing with Bayern is they starting to get boring. You see, I mean, those players
Yeah.
have been there for more than 7 years, right? So they
Yeah.
won everything. And the thing is, they can't see themselves winning the Champions League. And I think also getting company has kind of ruffled a few of the players because they don't think he is that manager they're looking for to move them to the Champions League caliber. He may do well in the
Mhm.
in the league, but he has no experience in the Champions League. So some of the
Yeah.
players, Musiala said it. He said, "I'm waiting till they pick the manager and see what goes on before he decides." And at this point,
Mm.
I don't think he's staying. Now, City has a big chance because KDB is getting towards his downward spiral. But the problem with City is Pep is not going to be the manager next year.
And it's not going to
And
be
I
Arteta
believe,
either.
but check this out though. That's why Arteta signed a new contract because he knows Pep is not going to be there. I can win a trophy with Arsenal. It's better to win with Arsenal than to win with City.
I thought he might go to Man City. I thought he might just jump ship. You know.
Remember when we were looking for a manager, we kept picking up a few names, Alonso, Amaran, all
Yeah.
that. Remember the manager that I think Zuberi kept mentioning, the guy from Genoa?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh God, what's his name? Michael. Is it Michael? Michelle?
Yes, Michelle.
Michelle. Michelle. Yeah.
And that's their
It's
own
an
team.
interesting
So
one.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty exactly. So I'm thinking Ateta is looking at it like, hey, I don't know what's gonna happen with City. I mean, court starts on Monday. If I win with Arsenal, I won with my own team compared to winning with Pep's team.
Mm.
You see what I mean? It's easy to go to City and win. They will give you everything
Yeah.
you want.
Well, they've already said when Pep goes, the first manager is going to get a £300 million war chest, like to improve the squad.
See?
It's an interesting one. I wanted to bring this one up as well, which is obviously
Hmm.
more about Musiala, but basically
Hmm.
Bayern's president Herbert Hainer has
That
said
guy's a
that
piece of work.
he wants to see. Yeah, he's a chopper, and he wants to see Musiala following Thomas Muller's footsteps and have a 2-decade-long career at Bayern. Well, that's all well and good, but you haven't got a great
Yeah,
manager. Like,
nah.
you've got a manager who basically got relegated. He got promoted
Hmm.
from the championship and then got relegated. Like that's not a manager that's going to win you anything. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Just hasn't got the experience for that.
Mm-hmm.
I also wanted to bring up some stuff about Michael Carrick. Said he's been impressed with Ben Doak already. I think that's a really good manager to
Carrick
get a
is a very
season
good
of
manager.
under. Like,
No, are you right? Because as much as Carrick is one of those players. When he was there, he was just somebody who knew the game. His ability did not show it, but he did what he
clever
needed to do. Very
IQ
clever.
in it.
That's the word.
IQ, football
High
IQ.
IQ, high very
Paul
football
Paul
IQ.
Scholes Paul Scholes talks nothing but good things about Carrick. He always talks about Carrick. I remember I had Carrick in midfield with me. Blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
And he played it. He played the game in a very simplistic way, nothing over the
yeah,
top. So you could tell he knows the game. So personally, if him getting dog, I think it's a good thing. And those are the players, the managers that Liverpool needs to be sending uh, the almost to the big to the full squad in players like that. Like even Bachete going to play with Pep Linders. That's what we need. He gets Champions League football. But Doak, I think, is a good thing to hear from Doak, and he needs to keep doing what he's doing because
yeah,
you never know, man. He has all the skill. The thing is, he just needs to expand it a lot.
yeah. He's still young as well. He's still only 19. I think he's
Exactly.
19 now. I think he's just turned
Yeah.
19. He's got 2 caps for Scotland now. He played quite well in one of the Scotland games when he came on.
Hmm.
The other game he didn't really get much time. I think it was against Poland. Um, but he's working under a good manager there. That's another good loan. Like, so you've got Doku went to Middlesbrough.
Hmm.
You've got Kumas who went to Stoke and is playing really well. Then you've got Kay Gordon who went to Norwich. Like,
Hmm.
this is like night and day from the previous regime for loans. It really is. Like, and then you've got Stefan Bajcetic who went to RB Salzburg.
Strasbourg. Yeah.
RB Salzburg. These are good loans. Like, even Stevenson, who's a nobody really, but he played in pre-season and he looked really good, by the way, as a right back.
You're
He's
right.
even got a good loan to Dundee. Like, I know they're in the Scottish Premier League, but the guy was on loan at Barrow last season. So he's up his loan credentials.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one.
No, I
So
mean,
this is this is the bit I wanted to cover as well about Michael Edwards. I'm back in town.
mhm.
Um, so an article in the Daily Mail delved into the story behind the recent capture of Rio from Chelsea's academy, with
Mhm.
LFC's ability to present the 16-year-old with a clear strategy forward towards future first team integration, ensuring they landed his signature. It was
Mhm.
outlined that Liverpool's acquisition of the team prodigy left a prominent figure at a rival club seething as they accused the Merseyside of nicking teenagers for years, while
Didn't
one
we go through the
insider
same thing
referred
with?
to the transfer as Edwards' "I'm back in town" signing. Do you want to comment on that, mate?
We went through with Sterling. We went through it with what's his name, Elliot.
Solanke,
It's like
Solanke,
Solanke. I'm like
Solanke came
people.
from
You.
Chelsea as well, by the way.
So it's like, what else do we want to do? Liverpool is smart. That's basically what Edward said. I'm smart. I know what I want. The fact that we get kids who are so young but ready to get into the first team and be around the first team for years to come, that's a good thing. Because the 180
But
that you're
this,
talking about, the
yeah,
180,
yeah,
if you get a
no,
180
absolutely,
player, you could get another kid to learn from the 180 player. You see what I mean? It's same thing.
absolutely.
The progression that Liverpool is doing is so amazing, and hopefully it continue to go well. Because if Kwanzaa is learning from Virgil, what do you think is going to do when Virgil leaves? Kwanzaa is just going to slot in like he never left, like we just have a new signing. At the end of the day, what it helps is, and what benefits us, people don't understand is Kwanzaa gets a lot of money for his wages. Because guess what? We didn't spend a lot of money looking for other players. So instead of spending more money on transfer fees, we spending on wages. That's the whole plan of this new FSG Edwards plan, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do the Madrid free coming for free. We give you because the players want to go to Madrid, so you can't compete with that. So you want to have a strategic plan. You want to have a strategic plan of, okay, we're gonna get this guy, we're gonna get this kid, and they're gonna follow each other.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, guess what? You save money. More money for wages. That's why we are able to break the wages structure.
I think so too. I'm just going to do a couple of shout outs. Afternoon, Russell. Afternoon, Colin.
Big up, Colin.
Afternoon, Kingsman. Afternoon, Andre. Afternoon, YNWA. That's a fair point. They did get fined. They also got a 2-year ban from transfers under Lampard because they done a bit of sneaky stuff.
And you know what? Chelsea, after City, Chelsea's next.
Yeah, they are. They are next. They are next. Okay, so I'll also big up Booger Boy. There's not a lot of people in at the moment. I don't know why. I mean, I purposely picked this time because there was no one else live.
Right.
It looks like everyone's out. There's only 23 in here, which is a bit low, but if you can hit that like, that would be really good.
Yeah, hit the like button, people.
So it looks like Chiesa's been earmarked as his first debut, which will be against Forest on Saturday. It looks like that's already going to be confirmed because Arne Slot's already mentioned it in his press conference. And once again, he got asked about transfers. When are they going to stop it? Like, literally, when are they going to stop asking this guy about transfers? Because and contracts, because he's just going to turn around and say, "It's not my job. Like, stop asking me." Like, like it's getting a bit silly. Like, yeah.
No, the thing is, it's lazy journalism, man. People have nothing to say. They know Liverpool don't. We don't blur our business out there.
Yeah.
Right. And we made it clear he's just a head coach. So he has, and when he tells you, I don't know what's going on, he literally don't know what's going on because his job is to coach. So I don't know. Today I was listening to one of the rival, I don't know whether he's rival fan or whatever. His thing is, why is Anslot not telling us about the contract going on with Salah and Trent and Virgil? And like, he needs to tell us, he's the one. I'm like, bro, he doesn't need to tell anybody anything. You be quiet and watch what we do. Yeah, it's private.
It's also private. I agree, mate. So this one's an interesting one, which I thought I'd bring up. We actually pulled the plug on this transfer. Did you know about this? So
no.
we pulled the plug on the Dijk transfer. Coming
before
to us
he went to Juve.
Yeah, because Virgil van Dijk didn't want to work with him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I love the way we ask our players about players.
I was just
like,
about to say that.
As in, we consulted Alisson whether it was okay to get another goalkeeper.
Right.
Do you think it's a good idea to get another goalkeeper to maybe take your place in the future? What do you think about that, Alisson? I think it's a great idea. Okay, great. Let's not upset the apple cart. Let's not piss players off.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, you could go the Madrid route. We will bring it regardless. But the thing is, this is something that people don't give Liverpool credit for. The players that we bring in fit like a glove in terms of temperament, in terms of fit, like everything, the whole package, right? When was the last time you heard a player getting upset at the training camp? The last one was Coutinho, and that was because he was forcing himself out.
Yeah, that's because he wanted to leave.
You see what I'm saying?
I think the last one before that was
Suarez.
wasn't it? No, not in our training. Wasn't it?
Sacco didn't even make it.
Wasn't it kicking off with like Craig Bellamy?
Oh yeah. Craig Bellamy in Barcelona when he chased what's the name with the golf club. And then they made up. Right afterwards.
I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, they done a celebration. Do you remember the goal celebration?
Yeah,
with the golf club?
with the golf club.
I don't remember. I don't remember any bust ups in training. Like
exactly.
I genuinely don't. Like I remember, obviously, I think it was a couple of years ago. Jordan Henderson like poked Curtis Jones in the eye, like nearly blinded him. I remember that, but that's not a bust up. But like,
probably a training.
I'm going to do a couple more shout outs.
Yeah.
Afternoon, James. Afternoon, LK. Any more? No, that's it. Still quite quiet, but I'm glad you're all here. If you do have a comment that you want me to read out, just pop in a super chat because there's so much in here and we've got so much to cover. But apparently we pulled the plug on this deal. This was this window, by the way.
This window,
because he was available, yeah. And we pulled the plug on it because Virgil van Dijk said he wouldn't work with him, which we obviously consulted.
They had a bust up in the Dutch training camp.
Yeah, it looks that way. He was garbage in the last game as well, you know.
Oh my goodness.
He was garbage. He got dragged off, didn't he? Also, I obviously wanted to
K-Mac, that makes sense.
Talk about Virgil van Dijk as well. Yeah,
that makes sense because Virgil in the interview he said if you listen to his interview, it wasn't he made a mistake, let's move on. He's like, yeah, that's football, man. You're supposed to learn.
There's probably a bit more needle there as well because he's gone to Man United as well, hasn't there?
Yeah.
So what we got? So we've got more on Virgil now, actually. So are we still on screen?
You got Virgil on the screen.
Yeah. So Virgil's two-year deal. Virgil van Dijk, whose contract with Liverpool expires in June 2025, would like to sign a 2-year contract. So this is from Transfer News Live, which is a pretty good, it is a pretty good website, I'll be honest. I have got it on my Facebook, but this is from the Mirror. Liverpool captain runs out next summer, says he wants to sign a new deal and stay at the club until the 2026, which is that's just music to my ears.
Yeah, 2020.
At both teams, I'm still Virgil van Dijk, the big leader, and I certainly want to remain that for the next 2 years. So he said this on Sky Sports, actually, I think, which is just brilliant. If they perform really well, it's up to them if they want to sign the contract or not. Then it is up to us if we want to give them a new contract. That was from
Slot at the beginning of the season
today.
Yeah, at the beginning of the season. He said the exact same thing at the beginning of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, he said exactly the same thing. I'm kind of flying through a few things now. So the Virgil van Dijk thing, really happy about. I think done soon. I'm hoping that'll probably get done after Trent, because I think Trent's waiting to see how much we offer them, and that can be a bit of a problem, because if we do give Virgil a bump to 300 and a bump to 400, just say, then Trent's going to go, well, I want 350. You know what I mean?
I think Trent is how they should package is the package. It's not just the wages. The wages, most of these.
I think so.
Yeah, Trent level, the when you get to certain area, wages is not the problem. It's the package, the way, what are you gonna make me? How are you gonna build my brand? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Adidas is confirmed as well. Adidas is confirmed now. That's signed.
So he basically Liverpool is him. He is Mr. Liverpool now. starting next season.
Yeah.
The Liverpool is Trent. When you say Trent, you should be saying Liverpool. When you say Liverpool, you should be saying Trent. If Liverpool package it that way, he's staying. Because it's bigger than, because then he will make money on the commercial side than going to Madrid and just be, yeah, you'll be Adidas, but you're still just like a fifth or sixth option. But this one is Liverpool, Trent, Adidas, Trent, Adidas, Trent, Liverpool. And then most likely he is going to be the captain. I won't be surprised by next season he is the captain.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because you're giving Virgil 2 years. That means you are packaging him to go. Remember the situation between Gerard and Hipia?
Well, Hipia was the captain, really. Like,
yes, and Virgil,
and Carragher was the captain before that.
And then Gerard came in, and he bypassed all of them. So
yeah,
I'm looking at it.
So what would he be?
He'd
be like, so he'd be like the unofficial captain. He'd be a captain, but he wouldn't really be a captain, because I don't see Trent as a captain. He's not captain material for me, Trent.
He wasn't. I don't think they should have given it to him. But at this point, they're gonna build him into that. I think that's why Klopp gave it to him, because Klopp wanted to build that brand of Liverpool kid, captain of Liverpool, and then he goes out. So I think that's where it's gonna be, where Virgil will get his 2+1 years. And then part of the conversation is gonna be like, hey Virgil, it's time for you to, the captainship eventually is gonna be between you and him, as it is right now.
So do you think it would be a case of it gets handed over to Trent, and then the vice captain maybe goes to McAllister or Dominic Szoboszlai, or?
I don't think.
Or would it? Or because Virgil isn't going to drop down to vice captain if he stayed.
Right. So.
You know what I mean?
I think, yeah. That's why I think it's just going to be like the Hipia situation. He is the captain, but we will have, you know what I'm saying?
He's really going to be the captain behind. He's really going to be the captain on the pitch, like
on the pitch. Exactly. He's already the captain on the pitch. It doesn't matter who's on there.
I just I don't know why. I just feel that Virgil should be the captain until he leaves. And he may not leave until he's 38, mate. No, seriously, like you know what I mean? And then Trent's never going to be the captain. Like,
exactly.
Well, he might be eventually, but he'll be in his 30s. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I see Virgil being this. Like, okay, so say for example, Thiago Silva, 39 years old. Pepe, 41 years old. Yeah. I see Virgil being better than them at that age.
That's why he doesn't want to leave.
33 now.
Look at
he's
this.
Better than Saliba, and Saliba's 24. Like, you know what I mean? And he's 30, and he's 33. Like, he's still got the pace. He's still got everything. Like,
that's why he doesn't want to leave.
He's not lost any of his attributes at all. Like, I think his passing's even better now, by the way. I think his passing's actually improved, which is insane. Like, yeah, okay.
And I think
I'll move on from that. We'll be here all day talking about that, to be fair. So how okay, well, I'll ask you one more question then. How many out of the 3 will sign by January?
If you put a gun in my head, I'd say 2. But I think there's a possibility that all 3 of them will sign. However, one of them needs to understand that we are going to bring a superstar in next season. We are not going to wait till they leave for us to bring another superstar.
That's Mo, isn't it?
You see what I'm saying?
Talking about Mo.
Liverpool, the progression is already started.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why the contract and Slot keeps saying it's up to us. They want to stay. So Liverpool also now has the upper hand.
Yeah. I also think it's a genius move, because you basically made 2 of the best players in their positions in the world they're begging to
Say,
stay. Literally
you.
begging to stay.
Thank you.
The ball should be so in their court now. Like it really should. But
So
it
that
doesn't seem
means
like it is. It seems like they are desperate to stay at the club. And it's
because
like,
Kmart,
how have we managed to spin that round? Like, because that has
but
been spun right round. Yeah, go on.
but that's the part where LFC fans sometimes they don't think they are still stuck in the old days. Barcelona is not the same club anymore.
No,
There's only one
no.
club, and that's Real Madrid.
And they're full.
And,
They are full. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And people are
yeah,
begging. People are begging to go to Real Madrid. They ain't got no more space.
no,
You see what I
no.
mean?
They've just increased their wage budget as well. I think their wage budget is
It's
like,
also 800 million,
I think it's nearly 700 million, isn't it?
780.
780 million. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's insane. That's
It's
insane.
insane. It's insane.
It's insane.
So,
Okay, so I wanted to cover a couple more things before we start the
mhm.
preview stuff. So Ruben Amorim reveals that Victor Gyökeres his price has been reduced. So the release clause is 100 million, but it's actually dropped. He's been on fire this season as well.
Bro,
50
I'm
goals and
saying,
18 assists in 55 appearances.
I'm saying,
That is insane.
I'm
So
saying though.
So okay, so his price is now 84 million. So it's gone from 100 million to 84 now. So I think Arsenal were heavily linked with him, but didn't do anything, which I'm
Mhm.
glad they didn't, to be fair, because
They were not sure.
he is a machine. I also wanted to talk about Queven. He's
Yeah.
obviously said that he wants to go. Just in case you didn't know, you
Mhm.
probably do. Nottingham Forest offered 7 million quid and Matt Turner on deadline day. Did you know that for Queven? And
7
you
million.
wonder why we turned it down.
Oh man, embarrassing, man. That's a
And
disrespectful.
Matt Turner, like
Disrespectful.
so
Disrespectful.
disrespectful. So
Disrespectful.
yeah, that's the reason why that move got turned down. By the way, in case you didn't know, I'm just going to do a couple more shout outs. Afternoon, Mark. Big up, keep it real. Anybody else? Also, big up, Gary. Hope you're well, bud. That's it. Okay, so I've also got update on Salah's contract. Have you heard what his agent has said?
No, I
This is
haven't
the
heard his
first time.
agent.
This is the first time Rami's been online. The first time Rami's been online and said anything about Salah's
Funny.
contracts.
A couple years ago, Rami could not stop talking. Now he's quiet.
Oh, we couldn't stop talking about him, could he? Okay, so what I'm told, so this is Fabrizio Romano. What I'm being told is that it's really similar to a really similar situation to Salah. So this is Virgil van Dijk, by the way, and Salah. There will be conversations over a new contract for Virgil van Dijk. This is what the sources have told me. Maybe they're your sources. I don't know. Before making any decisions on his future, the defender will talk to Liverpool, and before making any decisions on the future plan of the club, he's basically just waffling again. But this is the one that I wanted to show you was this. So a 41-word response from Rami on Twitter. Can you see that, or do I need to
Yeah, I
make my
see
screen
what it is.
bigger?
Yeah, I can't read it, but I see it.
I'll zoom in a bit. I'll zoom in a bit here. I think that's better. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So where is it? It's here. No, it's not. Sorry. It's further up. My bad. Okay. So it's here. FYI, this is what Rami said. FYI, all those journalists who imply having inside information about Mo Salah Mohammed's future are making claims based on absolutely nothing, wrote the agent. Just click whoring. Absolutely love that. I really do. Like, there are so many people that are talking about like Mo Salah's contract, like they know everything about it, and Rami's just on. Shut up.
You know, the funny thing is, last year Rami was on everybody's Twitter making comments and this and that. I think right now Liverpool is on the driving seat. I don't know
Yeah,
how they did it, but they are on the driving seat. It could be these players are also playing us. They could be like, yeah, we want to stay, and then they bounce, right? But I really I'm giving them the benefit of the
I
doubt that
just
they really want to stay. I really believe they want to stay.
I just like I really feel like if there was any inclination that they were going to walk out the club on a free,
Mhm.
we'd have put them up for sale.
Yeah.
Like there was clubs that were after players. Like PSG were after Osherman. Like they
Mhm.
would have took Salah in a heartbeat. They would have snapped Salah off in a heartbeat for
In
100
a
million.
heartbeat.
They would have.
Yep.
Like that's just a fact.
Mhm.
Exactly. So there was players that would have moved. Like Real Madrid would have took Virgil van Dijk for
Yeah.
for 50 million, 60, 70
Long
million.
time ago. Right after we
They
won
would
the
have.
league,
Like
they
they
would have
just would
taken him.
have took him.
They would have took him. Right after we won the
Yeah,
league, they
they
would
would
have
have took
taken
him
him.
this season, mate. So like, yeah, so yeah,
Or even
I
even the
just
year
feel
that we
like
went,
there's been
even the year that we went for the quad season, they would have taken him because that's when he came back from injury and still ball out. They would have taken him.
mm.
You know, that was he was what 29 years old at the time.
No, I mean what I'm saying is if the players had said to the management,
Mhm.
look, we're leaving on free transfers next year, like we're not signing a new contract, like no matter what you do, like
Mhm.
if that got said, like when Slot and Hughes and Edwards came in,
They
we'd
would
have
have sold
sold
them.
them. We'd have sold them in
They would
this
have sold
window.
them.
We'd have sold them in this
Yeah.
window. They've never been up for sale. Like
Mhm.
so, I don't believe it. Like so anyway. So Rami's come out with that, and the interesting thing is when Rami starts talking, Mo's contract gets shortly afterwards.
Usually,
that's
usually,
that's normally what happens. Yeah. So
usually.
he's telling
I'll
all
be
the
surprised.
journos to shut up.
I'll be surprised. It's already done.
Yeah. I think there's
Oh,
probably an element that could be done there. Um. So what else have I got? Oh, this is a really interesting one, by the way, in case you didn't know. Um. So Zubimendi
mhm.
hasn't even had contract talks with his club.
Remember the last time we talked? What did I
Do you know
say?
that?
Yep, I saw the.
This will be a Virgil van Dijk situation where he comes in 6 months later or a year later.
I think we both watched the Atlantic podcast, and David Ornstein
Yeah,
mentioned the same thing, right?
yeah. He did
Yeah.
leave that open, didn't he? That was an interesting one.
Yep. And
So is Lynch
guess
as
who
well,
also
by
have
the
said
way.
the same
Lynch is
thing? Guess who have said
Lynch.
exactly the same thing?
Oh, who's that?
Fabricio. Fabricio.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
So Richard's president, who basically showed him the mountains, the mountain videos or the PowerPoint presentation on
the
mountains or whatever
pictures.
that was. Yeah, and the 25 midfielder was headline news a few days across the summer transfer window, where Liverpool were close to agreeing a move. Zubimendi rejected the prospect of leaving his boyhood club to remain in La Liga, but it may not be the end of the proposed deal.
Mhm.
While Onslaught has seen a brilliant start in his first few games, Ryan Gravenberch has been installed into the side in that position. Zubimendi would have taken over. It remains to be seen if this is a temporary fix or a long-term play. I think Gravenberch could be amazing playing further forward. By the way,
Personally, I
it
think
remains. Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say Gravenberg is playing well, but he's a different profile from McAllister. He's a different profile from Szoboszlai. The profile that we don't have is a Zubimendi, and that is closer to Thiago as possible with the pass, press resistance, and then he has the pass. We don't have that player that can split a team open with one pass. Like that is what Zubimendi was going to bring. So last time I heard you and I think it was Jamie. They got shout out to Jamie and said that if he would have come in, it would have possibly be Gravenberg and Zubimendi in the holding, in the pivot, and then McAllister and Szoboszlai, rotating as a number 10.
Yeah.
That would have been so tantalizing, I tell you, man.
I mean, if you just I did a show yesterday where I talked about our midfield, and everyone was saying I was gaslighting them, and I'm like, are you serious? Like we've literally got two 23-year-old potential world-class midfielders who are going to be with us for the next 5 years in Gravenberch and Szoboszlai.
Yep.
Is he 23? Is he 23, Gravenberch, or 22?
21. One of them is 21, 22.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he's 22 now or 23.
Gravenberg is young.
The guy's been playing football for about 10 years. He can't be 21, mate.
No, he came from the academy at 16.
He was at Bayern for 2 years. He can't be 21. I need to look now. He's not 21.
He left at 19.
How old is he? In the chat, how old is Gravenberch? He's not 21. I'm not having
left at 19. He left at 19.
I'm not having he's 21.
He is young as hell. This kid.
But you've got. He doesn't look young, by the way.
No, he don't.
He looks like a grown-ass man, like in his 30s.
All the dirt, the
he's
dirt.
He's big as one as well.
Yep.
So you've got Gravenberch, you've got McAllister, you've got Szoboszlai, and then if we can add Zubimendi, Jesus Christ, that is a serious midfield. That really is a serious. He's 22. Okay, he's 22.
He's 22. See.
Okay, he's 22. Okay, so he is getting old.
So he just
does
turned
age. He's not Benjamin Button.
No.
Anyway, so obviously Zubimendi, no new contract talks, which really does leave the door open to Liverpool, because if he's not signing a new contract, means he's not getting a pay rise, which means that he's not committing to the club, which means that he could be giving them time to sign another guy to replace him.
Exactly.
And then we go and get him in Jan. Yeah.
This is the thing. He did them a favor.
I can't believe that, by the way. I want to do a show on that.
You know, they had already lost a midfielder.
2033. Do you know that?
Miss Jackson
got Jackson on a 2033 contract. Yeah, we
I don't know
do
why,
an entire show just on Chelsea's contracts. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say Real Sociedad lost a player, a midfielder, and then they lost the second one to
Marino.
No, before Marino.
Oh yeah, they lost another one as well. Yeah, they lost another one. Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah, they got decimated, and they lost their star centre back as well. It was in the Spanish final.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. He got sent off in the last game for Spain. I can't remember his name.
Wait, Russell saying, can you put Russell said Zubimendi can hack the La Liga? How did he play for the Spain national team if he couldn't?
Hasn't he got like one of the best heading records in midfield in like the last 10 years or something mad?
Bro.
Zubimendi would be insane for us.
Bro.
He would be insane. That position is made for him, seriously.
We cannot have Arsenal get him next year.
No way. No way.
There's no way we can have Arsenal get him next year, because if they do, it's a problem.
Yeah, but Russell, his team is terrible. Like, his team isn't great. I mean, I think he scored 2 goals this season. Like, he's the only player that scored in his team, I think, as well. Like, I don't think he was fit for the first 2 games as well because he was given some extra time off after the Spanish. He didn't do a pre-season either, by the way. I don't think they're a great team, by the way. I think they were really lucky to get into the Champions League, and they haven't
Yeah.
invested because they don't spend anything over like 5 million. Anyway, I'm not getting into a conversation with someone about Zubimendi on the chat. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, we need to carry on. Okay, so no conversations have been held with him. I wanted to go into the preview. So first of all, I use this site because it's really good. Oh, actually, I want to quickly talk about Johnny Heitinger's been talking about Arnie Slot, who's our new coach.
Everybody wants to talk about Slot.
So I wanted to talk about so how direct and honest Johnny Heitinger's compliments Arnie Slot staff. So here, Dutch football journalist Jesper Lundberg, or whatever it is, talked about him. So where is it? Okay. What kind of mark did he make as manager at Ajax? Heitinga, hang on, this isn't about Arnie. 2 seconds. Okay, I think this is just about Heitinga. I don't think this is about Arnie Slot, but it reads like it is. Does it say that? Okay, that's really misleading. Sorry. That's really misleading. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the game. Actually, I'm going to talk about the press conference beforehand. So Arnie Slot said, "My former teams, we were able to play almost every game with the same players. That's interesting. But it is a different league, so we might have to adjust to that. But it also depends on what they show in terms of physique. And I want to talk about that in a minute. In the first 3 games, we were really strong in terms of physique, but we only played 1 game every 7 days. Now they have a point to prove. I assume they all want to play every game. So if they want to, they have to show up every time in terms of quality and especially work rate. We have more than 11 very good players, so I can use more." Comments.
I'm telling you that it's not no accident that Virgil want to stay, Salah want to stay, obviously Trent want to stay. We have a great culture at the club, right? They see it. They can see the progression, even though Klopp is gone. They could see it. If they didn't see it, trust me, they would be telling people, "Yeah, I'll talk about my contract later." Usually when a new manager comes into a club, there's a big change. You saw that with Moyes at Man United. You saw that with Van Gaal and Mourinho. Like Chelsea, you see it all the time.
Arteta as well. Arteta ripped up a lot of.
He had
Chelsea,
to rip them.
Chelsea as well, destroyed everything.
Exactly.
Even Tottenham. I mean, bloody hell.
Tottenham.
Ange Postecoglou literally got rid of everybody.
This season, he has touched his knees twice. Right? So that's the part where Liverpool fans, we need to appreciate what we have, because a lot of teams are trying to get to where we are. We have defined as no one is bigger than the club. And the club knows that, but they are not being stupid with it. So they're trying to keep it that way. I'm going to say sometimes somebody will be like, "Oh, that's so stupid." That coffee shop that they put in front of the AXA training center, when the players walks in and you see them sitting on the coffee table or the coffee, genius.
It's genius.
Genius.
Do you know what else I wanted to talk about as well? That kind of ties into segues into what I wanted to talk about, because he said today but it's a different league, so I might have to adjust that. It also depends on what they show in terms of physique. I think, and I can see it physically, by the way, I feel like a lot of our players have lost weight.
They look fit.
There was a very big focus on beefing up under the previous regime, like muscle mass, and
Yeah.
the players were not lean. They weren't lean. You need to be
Mhm.
lean to be able to sustain injuries. Like you need to be lean to sustain longevity. Like if you've got loads of muscle, there's a good
Too
chance you'll
heavy.
break. There's a good chance you'll break easier. Like, and you won't last longer. Like, as in the whole season. And it's a really interesting thought on that because we tailed off at the end of the season, and there was
Hmm.
a lot of players that just ran out of steam. Like, and they looked unfit. Like
They were
Salah
knackered.
looked unfit. Salah looked unfit. Szoboszlai looked unfit. McAllister started to look leggy. All these
Mm.
players started to look leggy towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
And I genuinely believe it was down to the fact that they spent so much time beefing up in the gym that they were shattered and they had too much muscle mass. And it looks like they've lost weight. It looks like they've been put on diets. Maybe not diets, but just like, you know, work on other areas. And you can see a lot of training videos. They spend a lot of time jumping in the air. Have you noticed it?
Hmm.
Spend a lot of time doing
Well,
these jumps and landing on their feet, landing on their legs, like
well, the thing with
not
previous
pumping
regime is
iron,
he
not Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
they because club focus on so much high intensity, they needed to beef up because you can't be lean and trying to do high intensity football. Your
Mhm.
muscles will tear. You will be. That's why Lalana kept getting injured all the time because the boy barely have any muscles. So they had to beef up to be able to sustain that type of rigorous um, football culture. I know instead of four, they do three. Um, Now he is not focusing on intensity, so they had to reduce the body mass because if you don't, then you gain weight.
Yeah.
So now they are more lean and they don't play at high football speed. That's why the difference is. Because yeah, you can be lean and try to play high intensity, man. You will be, geez.
Yeah, well said, well said. Moving on a bit as well. Is it all right if I keep you on a little bit longer?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
Mm.
Okay, so I also wanted to do a tribute to Ron Yates as well.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Absolute monster he was. I
Hmm.
think he was one of Shankly's first in the door, and
Hmm.
obviously he basically started the dynasty under them.
The,
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Respect to his family. Condolences. The Nottingham Forest game isn't on UK TV, by the way, which is crazy. Isn't that mad?
Mm.
If Virgil van Dijk, if Virgil van Dijk, if Ali gets another clean sheet and we win, it will be a record. So Slot will be breaking records already.
You
Um,
know, this is the thing, right? I have always done it 5 games at a time. And I was like, when I read the first schedule, I was okay, 13 out of 15 points. But right now, the way we're going, it's going to probably be 15 out of 15, which is great start.
mhm.
And then the next 5. What I'm going to say is Liverpool go 10 unbeaten. First team that's going to panic, who do you think?
I mean, it'd be Arsenal, won't it? They'll fall to pieces because they've got
You
a
know
hell of a
what?
run coming up. They've got a horrible amount of games coming up. Like
I was not
they
even
got
thinking.
Tottenham. They got Tottenham next.
I was not even thinking about their run. I was thinking about they get worried because they would think that somebody's going to break their invincible season.
Ah, yeah, that'd be amazing, that wouldn't it? I mean, we're only
They
one game away,
always
weren't we?
they
We're only one game. I
they
mean, we got
will
beat by bloody Wolves.
bro.
Oh, sorry, Watford. Watford won it.
Man,
Oh man, that really annoyed me. That it really annoyed me. That we've also got the best referee, or the best paid referee, um, for our game. In case you didn't know, yeah, we've actually got Michael Oliver, but we don't seem to have any bad VAR. Touch wood. Stuart
oh,
Burton,
talking about
Dan Clough.
VAR, is the new VAR kicking in this game this weekend?
I don't know whether it is. I think it's further on, isn't it? Is it the
The
automated? Is the automated kicking in?
I think they said after the international break.
Oh wow, I hope it is. I thought it was the second break.
Oh,
Can
okay.
anyone write? Can anyone let us know in the chat if we're getting the automated VAR for the game? What else did I want to comment on? Popular scores: 3-0, 2-0, 4-0, and none the other way. I also wanted to cover this bit here, actually. Expected lineup. I think it's going to be the same. However,
Same for me.
I think there might be a change on the left-hand side because Andy Robinson's played a lot of football. He played
I
both the
think
Scottish
Simicast.
games. Yeah, maybe I think Simicast might come in and probably get an
This one I
assist.
believe though. I think the substitutions will start at 65 minutes instead of 75.
So obviously, Alexis McAllister is expected. He played the first game for Argentina and obviously kind of won it for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought him on for like 15 minutes for the second game to try and save the
Yeah,
game because they were losing.
yeah.
So he might start. Canate didn't play the
The
second
second game.
French game, even though
Yeah.
Saliba was worse than him in the first game.
Did Brazil
And
play 3 games?
no, I think they played two.
Because Allison
But
played.
they were terrible. They were
Allison played
terrible,
one.
mate.
They were terrible. Brazil was so terrible, man.
They were terrible.
Um,
So Robbo played both Scotland games. He either misses AC Milan for a rest, or he
mhm.
misses this. I think he'll miss this. I think
Who?
it'll be Simicast. But Simicast played both his Greek games, and they won both, by the way. And they look good, by the way. Greece, by the
They
way,
look
like
good.
don't write
Greece look
Greece off
good. Yeah.
for a revival. Like they look good.
Slowly.
Jota, Diaz, Salah all played their games. Trent was just unbelievable. Like
Finally.
he was man of the match for me in both games. Like he's got two games, 2 assists. Like Trent's
Yep.
done more in the last 2 games than
And
Walker and Trippier have done in the last 35. Like seriously.
and he played
Like,
and he played right back.
he played proper right back as well. He was brilliant. Curtis Jones is back from an injury. Cody
Oh yeah.
Gakpo scored and got an assist. He looked pretty good, to be fair. Virgil van Dijk
Hmm.
looked good. Gravenberch looked absolutely
Man,
unbelievable.
man, did you see that assist?
No wonder, no wonder Ronald Koeman had the hump when he didn't play for them. So that's the predicted lineup for me. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be the lineup. I think Diaz will play instead of Gapco, by the way.
Yeah,
But
Diaz.
Diaz did play both games, and he was really good in both games. By the way, he scored in the first game, I think.
Yes, he
Um,
did
and they
against
won. I think they won
Argentina.
1-0. I think they won 1-0 as well. Mo Salah scored in both those games, I think.
Hmm.
Gravenberch got an assist in one of his games. Dom played 2 really hard games. Like then I don't think Hungary are a great
He needs
team.
help.
Like he
He
needs
needs
better
help.
players around him.
Yeah, he needs help.
Wataru Endu played well as well in his games. To be fair, that's kind of the lineup. I think. What do you think? Do you think that's the lineup, or do you think
So
Jones and Gapco will be McAllister
I,
and Diaz?
I think no, I agree with your lineup, but I think that he will make a quicker sub than usual, unless something real bad is happening. Um, we have a game on Wednesday.
Yeah, we
We're
have
going
AC Milan.
to San Siro, so I think we're gonna probably use all 5 subs.
Yeah. I want us to start using the subs more. Like, I know we have been using subs, but I don't think we've been using all of our subs. I think we've used 4
No,
twice.
yeah,
So it would make sense that we do a bit more rotation. I also wanted to go into Nottingham Forest's form
yes.
actually, because they're not that bad at the moment, by the way. In
No,
case you
it's
didn't
not gonna
know,
be an
right?
easy game.
In case you didn't know, like, this is Forest's form. Like, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Actually, let me make it a little bit bigger. Um, like they draw a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have got a decent team, but for some reason they just don't seem to do that well with their team. Like, they've got a lot of good players individually if you kind of pick them all out. Like, but they've obviously they drew 1-1 with Wolves. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
probably not a great result because Wolves are absolute garbage at the moment, and that was at home as well. They got beat 4-3 by Newcastle. That was quite a close game
Yeah.
in the League Cup. They beat Southampton, which everybody should beat Southampton really because they're not great.
Except
And
Man U.
I think it was a massive mistake by their goalkeeper as well, Southampton's goalkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
Alex McCarthy, who we were looking to sign on a free. And they drew with Bournemouth. And then obviously they've got their pre-season games where they beat Olympiacos, they drew with Villarreal, they got beat by Elche, and they beat Millwall. They're just the club friendlies. But so far they've got I think they've got 5 points, haven't they, in the Premier League? That's
Yeah. They
3.
haven't lost yet, right?
They've got 5 points. So it's their hardest game.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to do a bit of a preview if I just talk a little bit just about the game. On a day where the headline should have been Mo Salah's latest Old Trafford masterclass, the Liverpool great instead added fuel to the fire surrounding contracts. Where is it? Hang on. Okay. Also yet to experience that sinking feeling of a defeat this season, at least not on the top flight. Nuno, I can't even say his name. Nuno Santos, Nottingham Forest, entered the international hiatus on the back of 2 stalemates and 1 success to kick off the new
Mm-hmm.
term, sharing points with Bournemouth and edging out Southampton before their managers Wolves reunion. Towering talisman Chris Wood needed just 10 minutes to flaunt his aerial powers, rising highest to head home at Elliot Anderson corner. He's looked quite good actually since he's come to them, Elliot Anderson from Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Bellegarde beauty. Did you see that goal actually by the Wolves player, Bellegarde?
Yeah.
Absolute screamer.
Absolute sensation, man.
So that was the 1-1. Um, including their narrow triumph over Burnley on the final day of last season. Forest are now unbeaten in 4 straight Premier League matches. Their best run. Unbeaten in 4 is their best run since 1995.
You know the crazy thing is,
I'm sorry, that makes me laugh.
we are playing 2 clubs that are on form back to back. Luckily, we're playing at home.
Yeah, yeah,
Bournemouth is also not a slouch.
yeah. So despite being eligible to make his debut, Federico Chiesa was held back to build up his fitness levels, and he may be able to come off the bench in this game. Curtis Jones' groin problems over, so he's available. Alexis
Mm-hmm.
McAllister shook off an abductor issue, he's available. Harvey Elliott out for 2 months, which is a real shame
Man,
because I thought these were the only
this would
games
have
he was
been a
going to get
game.
before
I
Christmas.
think this should have been a game where he could have started, actually.
Exactly. So Forest have got James Ward-Prowse and Morato. Like, Forest have got loads of players. Like, if you think
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea have got a load of players, like, Forest have got a ton of players in their team. Like, seriously, they've also got Danilo and Willie. Danilo's recovering from an ankle injury, so he's out, which is good because he's really good. Willie Bolly's out as well with a calf injury, and Tayo Arioni could be back from an injury. Forest lineup is potentially Sells, Williams, Mikhailenkov, Murillo, Anier, Ward-Prowse, Anderson, Alanga, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi, and Wood. That's a decent team. Like that is a decent team. Like
No, we're
the
gonna
most
work.
popular. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say we are gonna work. It's not gonna be an easy game.
No.
Actually, I'm excited for a game like this because then it gives us. It's gonna be different from all the three teams that we played. They're not gonna attack. They're gonna be pragmatic. So I want to see if we can break teams down with this new slot style of play. We did. I mean, you could say Brentford try to be pragmatic, but before they try, we already scored. So I really want to see how we play this football. You know, how are we just gonna break them down? Because they're gonna try to play on a counter attack.
Yeah. So this is the data analysis on it. So the result for Liverpool to win is 71%, 16% a draw, and 12% a Forest win. Both teams to score is 56%. Over 2.5 goals for us is 67%. Over 2.5 goals, under 2.5 goals is 32%. Over 3 goals is 40%. I mean, that's high.
Yep.
Over 3 goals for Liverpool is 45%. Like that's pretty good. Like,
Somebody's
so
trying to
win
make money.
71%. Like, what do you think the score?
I usually don't tell the score, but I say we are 3 points. I'm always a man of 3
3
points.
points. Okay.
I'm always at 3 points.
In the chat, what do you think the score will be? I'm going for another 2-0.
I want a clean sheet, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going for another 2-0. I'm going for a Chiesa goal on his debut as well.
That'd be crazy.
I'm going for a Chiesa and a Salah goal.
I think
3-0. Toxic says 3-0.
I think Jota
Russell
and
says 2-0.
Diaz or even Gakpo might score.
2-0. 2-0.
Somebody say 5.
Yeah. I love the optimism, A9. I love it. Let's go for 5, eh? Let's do it.
I'll
Hope
be
we win
happy if we
3-0,
do it.
then win the next. I mean, the goal difference, I think we need, is it one more goal to overtake
City?
overtake City?
I
I
think
think it's
I
one
think
more
it's
goal.
2.
Is it 2 goals?
One.
Okay, 2
Yeah,
goals.
2 goals. Yeah.
Jamie says 3 with a Chiesa goal. I think 2 with a Chiesa goal. LK says 2. Salah hat trick. I'm all for it. I am all for it.
All for it. Yep.
I'm all for that. Like, let's totally get behind that. I also wanted
the funny
to.
thing is,
Yeah, go on.
they need to hurry up and give him a new contract because every time he scores goals, man, that's an extra 10 grand.
That's a really good point, mate. I'm just going to bring up a website which I think will be interesting. Okay, so I'm there on my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this gives you a list of the goals that Salah scores against, the most goals he scores against teams. He hasn't got Forest in his radar much. 2.
Only 2?
Only 2. We won 3-2 at Anfield in 2023 when he scored, and 3-0. So both at Anfield. So okay, that looks pretty promising then.
Yep.
I think he's only played Nottingham Forest twice anyway.
He will get his. He'll get his.
Can anyone write in the chat how many times Mo Salah's played Forest? Because I think he's only played Forest at Anfield twice.
Twice, yeah, since they got back up.
And he scored in both games. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. I also wanted to basically show the Opta analysis. stats on the game, which has got us down for 73.5% win.
To win.
Yeah,
That's a good stat.
11% win for them. So that's even higher on their stats.
Yeah.
What else did I want to cover? There's one other thing here actually. I also wanted to show you this as well. So this is basically in all competitions. Like, we want it to be green. We want it to be green a lot.
You want the flash.
We
Green
want
flash.
that green flash. We want all those green ones. Okay, so 7 goals, 4 none against. He's now on level terms with Jose Mourinho for this one. If he goes another game, I actually wanted to bring up this picture. Where is it? I've got this picture saved in my downloads. Where is it? Bear with me. Where is that picture? Oh crap! I can't see pictures. Where's pictures? How do you change things by date? Oh, there it is. Sorry. Where is it? Last opened. Okay, it's here. Date added. Where's the pictures gone that I saved? Did I save those pictures? What? Oh, sorry. I thought I'd saved those pictures.
You lost some pictures?
Yeah, I had some really cool pictures. I had some really cool pictures of Arnie Slot's record so far and who he's gone up against, and they haven't saved. I screenshotted them off Facebook, but maybe that's the reason why, because I took them off Facebook. Oh, apologies. I was going to share them, but I can't. Crap. Is there any other stuff that I wanted to cover on here? Where is it? I think it's the team news.
What did you think about the press conference?
Yeah, so Sangar's out as well, and Willy Bolly's out as well. The press conference. I've got some bits on the press conference actually. Where is the press conference? So Arnie Slot obviously said that he trusts Ryan Gravenberch. Is there any bits you want to cover, mate?
Maybe the question, and I think for the people in the chat, what are you expecting for this match? Because I still feel like we still have some club mentality people out there who are expecting us to play specific way, and we're not gonna do that anymore. So I would like to know, people, what are you expecting? Of course, big up Russell. That's exactly what I want. I win. 3 points is always the end goal. But in terms of play, what are you expecting from the players? You know, do you expect Gravenberch to get the ball and just run like the way he did against Man U? It's not going to be the same because this team are not going to open up at Anfield. McAllister, I think this game might even suit McAllister even better because he will have more of the ball because of how they're going to play. You know what I mean? So I'm looking for how Szoboszlai is going to control this game because I think we're going 4-2-3-1. I want to see how he's going to control the attacking version because I'm expecting this team to play pragmatic.
I think they will play pragmatic. I don't think they play really attractive football, if I'm honest. Like, they were absolutely dreadful at their ground, and they almost beat us. They always got a draw. Do you remember
Yeah.
They were dreadful at their ground, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a Darwin Núñez.
And
It was an unbelievable pass
McAllister
though by
and
McAllister. Like, it was an
yeah,
unbelievable pass
it was
by
beautiful.
McAllister. Yeah, it was. Yeah. But that was the decider. So like, if teams come to Anfield
Mm-hmm.
and have a go, I just think they'll get destroyed. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing up the stats from the last time we played them at Anfield, so we can see. We can see the heat map. We can also see how we played against them. But remember, this is with the Jurgen team.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the whole front three scored. Mo scored, Darwin scored, and Jota scored. I don't remember that ever happening.
In a long time.
Like, when has that happened? All three
Well,
scored.
we beat Man U 7-0.
Yeah, that's true actually. No, Salah didn't score
Salah scored two.
when we
Salah
beat them
scored
7-0 at
two.
Anfield.
Yeah. Salah
Salah
scored
didn't
two.
score.
Gakpo scored two. Núñez scored two, and Bobby finished it off.
I don't think did Salah score. I don't think Salah scored at the Anfield game.
He scored two.
I don't think he scored, mate. I don't think he scored.
Check it.
I can't remember. I don't know whether he scored in that game, because it was weird, because we were like, Salah hasn't scored in this game and everyone else has. I don't know now. I know he scored. I know he scored at Old Trafford in the 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
He scored two in that. Anyway, so Dominic Szoboszlai got man of the match in this game, by the way, last year.
Yeah.
And he didn't score, which is mad, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Núñez, Jota, and Salah scored. I mean, so this is the average position of the players in that game. Obviously, Dom played in the position that he's probably going to play in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, did Gravenberch play in that game? 38. Yeah, he did actually. I mean, that's a real interesting lineup, because that is pretty much the lineup that's probably going to happen, apart from Jota will be in the centre and Diaz will be on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the statistics in that game, massive amount of ball possession, and we were expected to score 3 goals. We did. 4 chances created, 21 total shots. It'd be interesting to see where the shots were, whether they were outside the box, because yeah, we had loads of shots from outside the
A
box
lot of
again.
short shots. Yep.
We just don't do that no more. We don't do that no more. They're all in here. They're all in here now.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't hit the woodwork. Well, hey,
Núñez, right?
9 off target. We don't have many shots off target now, by the way. I've noticed that. Have you noticed that?
No, but now we're picking our chances.
Yeah, they're normally blocked, and they're normally
Yeah.
really good blocks, like really good blocks, or they get pushed onto the post or the crossbar, and they're not even like hitting the crossbar; they're being like deflected onto the
Mm-hmm.
crossbar now, which means that they're going in the goal, like they're on target,
Yeah.
shots, but they're being deflected onto the bar, and that's happened twice now in 2 games. Um, I'm actually thinking we're going to win more than 2-0 now.
Because Nuno, like someone said, Nuno is gonna play a very ugly football.
I
He's gonna play a
honestly
very
don't know what Nuno's going to do, mate. To be honest, I can't read the guy. Like, he played counter-attacking football for
Mhm.
Wolves, but has he got counter-attacking
players. No,
players that can do it for? I'm just going to see whether he did
I
score 2
mean
goals at Anfield.
they do have pacey
He did. He
wingers.
did. I take that back. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has
Can you
pacey
see that?
wingers. So
Can you see that? He
yeah,
scored 2 goals in the 7-0. Apologies. I had a mind fart
he,
there. I didn't think he scored in that game, but he did. Okay, so I'm just going to stop sharing that screen. Bring us back in. All right, it's been great having you on.
Thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate you. And the
If you
people
haven't
in the
liked
chat, please hit the likes. Hit the likes.
yeah, if you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. And right now, I'm going to put Quasi's
Oh man, thank you.
page in there, and I want you all to leave this show and go and subscribe to his, because we do things very, very
do a lot
similar,
of good.
and we're both
Yes.
going up at the same time.
Yep.
So I want you to all go over and subscribe to his show. That's my big ask from you all now.
Thank you.
And I'm
Thank
just
you.
gonna find your channel now, mate. Don't go anywhere until I've done this. Okay. Right. Okay, so he's on 320 now. There's 40 of you in here now.
Please get me to 400. That's the goal.
I want to see at least an increase of 10 now. So go over to his show now. Go over to his show now and start subscribing. And we're not going anywhere until you've done it. Okay, we're staying on until you've done it. Okay, you're not getting us off until you've done it. So go and subscribe, and then let us know in the chat that you've subscribed. I want at least 10 people in here to do it. If you haven't subscribed, please go and do it, because he does brilliant work as well. Like, really good work.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love.
There you go. You got one
Thank you,
subscriber there.
Kinsman.
Come on, let's go. Let's roll. Let's roll. Come on. It's so good to do.
Easy. And then
so
also, please don't forget that notification bell. It's very important. Even when if you are subscribed to KMax channel, make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we are on. Thank you. I know Bunkers. Bunkers is a supporter as always. He's always at the barber shop. Thank you.
Come on, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. Let's get these subs. Come on. Come on. I don't ask for anything. I don't ask for anything off anyone. There you go, another subscriber. Let's get it up. Let's get them going.
We are 7 away, people. 7 away.
Come on.
7 away.
Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. He subscribed ages ago as well.
Yeah, Mr. Sky Blue. Respect. Thank you, man.
So I'll give you a shout out anyway because you've subscribed. So big up Douglas. Big up Kingsman. Big up Jamie. Come on, let's get at least 2 more. Let's at least get you 5.
Yeah. Come on, let's just get there. We're almost there, people.
Come on, we're almost there. I'm just gonna refresh the screen to see if you've got to say you're on 320. You're on 320. Now you're on 3.
I think Sunday you available. Are you available Sunday or are you on Jamie's show?
I don't know. You're on 323 now. We still need more. Come on.
Yeah, we need more. We're almost there.
Come on, 2 more.
2 more.
2 more.
Don't forget the notification bell. That bell. Don't forget that bell too.
Let's do it. There's 36 in here. Come on, 2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
Hey, Colin, coming on Tuesday. I got you, man. Coming on Tuesday. I got you.
I'll tell you what. If you go and subscribe to him now, we'll answer some more questions for another 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go till 1 hour 30. Okay. So we'll open the floor up. Ask us some questions. Okay. But you need to go and subscribe. That's the deal. I don't do this with everyone, by the way.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
I force people at gunpoint to subscribe to my guest channels, but I do want you subscribers to go up, mate. 100%.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Massively deserve it, mate.
You know, there's only a few people we follow, so
come on, let's go. Let's go. That's it. Let's go, people. 37 in here. Come on.
Yeah.
Go to Quasi's channel and subscribe. It's in the chat. Go on, go to Quasi's channel and subscribe. I'm going to put it back in there again.
Now, K-Mike, let me ask you, why do you think it's going to happen on the North London Derby?
I think it's going to be a ball draw.
Big up to yourself, A9.
Big up
Thank you.
A9.
Thank
Ask
you.
us a question. Ask us a question. We'll answer one of your questions. Go on. You've just subscribed. Ask us a question.
Hmm.
Musa, I've never seen you on here before. If you
Big
could
up to
subscribe
Musa.
to my channel and you can go to Quasi's, I'll answer your question as well. So go on. Go over there now
Kingsman
and then
said
come back.
he wants it to be a draw. Why do you want it to be a draw? I want to see chaos, man.
I
want
want
to go.
injuries. I want injuries galore.
No, 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 no,
I,
no, no, no. I don't want it to fall back on us.
I want another Arsenal midfielder to get sent off
No,
because
no.
they'll be down to
Yeah,
the
red cards.
bones.
I need red cards. And yes,
They
sir.
will be. They've only got. I think they've only got three first team midfielders now.
Why are they always complaining? Why are they always complaining that they don't have enough players? Don't everybody register 22 or 21 players?
Obviously they didn't. They sold loads. They sold loads of players. Like they sold loads of players and they didn't replace them. Like, and they've
Man,
replaced
it's
them with a guy who had a broken shoulder.
on the first day.
And
On
they
the
replaced him
first day.
with an Italian guy who's always injured. Like he's always injured. He's injury prone. Like that's the reason why we didn't go and get the Italian guy because we've looked at him and gone, I don't think we're going to get. I don't think we're going to get a full season out of him.
It's crazy.
Come on, we're here for a couple more minutes. Ask us some questions.
You know
Nunes
what I
hat
want?
trick.
Two things. Two things that
I'd
I
love it.
want
I'd
is
love Nunes to get a hat trick, mate. I'd love
I
to get
want
a hat trick.
I want Southampton to beat. No, not beat them. At least draw with Manchester United, and then Arsenal to lose.
I want Arsenal to lose, obviously. Who Man City got? Hang on, Man City they've got Brentford. Man City got a really easy, a really easy run, for a long time. Like all the way up until Christmas, they've got a lot of easy games. Like
And
it really does annoy me. Does annoy
this
me.
is what I don't want. City run in their last 12 games are beatable. Like they could run the table with the last 12 games.
Yeah.
That's what is annoying.
Yeah, they've got an easy run, and then they've got a hard bit, and then they've got they've got an easy finish to the end of the league. We've got a really hard finish.
Yes, we do.
Some hard games to finish
games
on.
to go.
Yeah,
do you want to answer Jamie Rennie's question?
Yeah,
He's a new subscriber.
Come on. If you could have played in any Liverpool team, oh my God, it would have been the one with Owen and Fowler. Owen Fowler, John Barnes when he was in midfield. That would have been the one for me. And McManaman. My God, they were amazing.
I'm so torn between the Torres era and the year that we won the Champions League. I mean, with clubs Champions League. I'm torn between those two.
Yeah, that was really good.
The Torres era.
I mean, the season. The team that I would have liked to have played with was Roy Evans' team. It was Roy Evans' team. That was Roy Evans' team, mate.
Yeah, that was an exciting team.
Really good team. Really good team. Like
man, we got a Hollywood. We got a Hollywood person in the building, people. We got a Hollywood.
I couldn't have played in Klopp's team. I couldn't run. I couldn't run that much.
Oh, your lungs will be burning. We got a Hollywood person in the building. Yes,
we got ends in. Big up,
Hollywood
big
ends. Big up to Hollywood. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, people, go check him out, man.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to put Ends' channel in there as well. I was still looking for one more subscriber for Quasi.
One more, man.
One more. Come on, one more. One more,
Let's
and then you got
people.
rid of us.
Come on. Yes, I know you're tired. I know you're like, these two are boring.
what you asked?
Get us out of here.
I feel Arsenal will fall off, and we'll have the same.
Big up yourself, Ant. Yes, all well. All is well.
All good, mate. All good. All good. Yeah, the Arsenal thing. The only issue I've got with Arsenal is he's just signed a new contract, so he may get backed again in January, and he might go and buy a load more players. And I mean, they're giving him money for fun, aren't they? Like, they really are. Oh, he's on. You're on 325, mate. You did it.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, you're on it. I did want more. I did want 10, but 5 will do.
Yeah,
5 will do for
but we'll
now.
take it.
Let me just double check. Let me just double check.
We are not.
No, we're not on 325. We need one more.
Oh no, we're not there. One more. Oh, Enz asked me a question. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, big up Enz. Enz, subscribe to his channel then. I'm only joking. Has anyone got any more questions before we go? Any more questions before we go? Because I'm going to go and have my tea. I'm having cannelloni for tea. What are you having for tea? Ask the chat. What are you having for dinner? Whether you call it tea, whether you call it dinner. Okay, we're in different parts of the country, so.
Yeah, I'm in breakfast still, so I got my
You
my
got breakfast.
Oh, I got grapes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I got my grapes for breakfast. Maybe later on I'll have a burger.
Okay, we're waiting for one more subscriber. Garlic bread. That's fair. That's fair. I had macaroni and garlic bread a couple of days ago. My favourite. I know you did, mate. I know you did. Actually, that's a good point. Actually, I'm going to put your other channel in there, Enz, because that's quite an obscure one. So let me put that in there, mate. If anyone's interested in a non-football channel, Enz has got another channel which I'm going to put in the chat. Where the hell is it? Is it the day after podcast? That's it. It doesn't have the. You don't have the link in here. Is that it? I've just subscribed as well, Enz, because I wasn't a subscriber. Sorry. Sorry, mate. I thought I'd subscribe to that channel. Everyone go and subscribe to that channel as well with Enz. That's a non-football channel, and it's really interesting. If you're into conspiracies and that, I think they go down rabbit holes in that, if I remember correctly. You're welcome, mate. Go and subscribe to that one as well. We're out of here, right? Okay, you have a wonderful weekend. And
I got the 325 people. Thank you.
I'll catch up with you soon. And
big up.
all the best.
Sunday.
And up the Reds. And we're gonna win at the weekend.
Yeah.
We're out of here.